patience. It's not something I'm good at. The dictionary definition says patience is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, problems or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. Over the last 12 months, we've all had to tolerate delay, as many of us have been locked down in our homes and cities because of the pandemic. I'll be honest with you, I haven't coped as well as I hoped I would, particularly in the first few months of this year. At times I've been like a coiled up spring with frustration and irritation, but it has highlighted areas in me that I know have to change. You see, a lot of the time we want our circumstances around us to change, but I actually believe that God's intention is for the circumstances to change us. Joseph in the book of Genesis is a prime example of someone who was patient through suffering and delay. The sense of injustice he must have felt would have been overwhelming, from the betrayal of his brothers to the accusations of Potiphar's wife. But Joseph's circumstances took him from the pit to the palace, not only changing him, but those around him. He says to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." This is repeated in the life of Jesus. People thought the cross was the end of Jesus, but as we know now, it was just the beginning. Hebrews 12 tells us, "For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God." So how do we get patience? Well, Galatians 5 tells us it is a fruit of the Holy Spirit. The more we allow God's Holy Spirit to work in our lives, the more we become like Jesus. It's a work in progress. But if we resist him, the challenge will become harder. Proverbs 15:18 says, "Hot tempers cause arguments, but patience brings peace." Let's embrace this fruit of the Holy Spirit and allow God to do his work in our lives.